my whole fucking YouTube these days, like, look, if I open up YouTube and I just go to the fucking front page, all the recommendations are fucking boxing videos to me now. That's actually not true, but it's more true than it used to be. Like, okay, I just opened up youtube.com. Check this shit out, right? Check this shit out. I killed a man with one punch. That's where we're trying to get. Yeah, I've gotten so much like Mike Tyson videos, Muhammad Ali videos lately, especially my shorts. Like, look at this shit. Beginner boxing footwork. Sean O'Malley explains how something. All my shit is chess or boxing or melee or Genshin Impact lately. It's fucking hilarious. Dude, now that I'm actually doing boxing, like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it's more tiring than anything I've ever done. It's so tiring. Being in the ring is so tiring. Like, I sparred with my coach and it is so tiring. It's so much more tiring than anything else I've ever done. Because I think with anything else, there's this element to it where, you know, if you're running or, you know, you're jogging or you're jump roping or doing some cardio or something, and you are tired, you can do things to conserve energy. You know, you're like, fucking, you know, you can... When you're in the ring with somebody and they're trying to beat your ass, when you get tired, which you do, like, there's this fucking fight or flight element to it where you're like, you just gotta keep going, and there's no, you know, you can't. It's crazy. It's crazy. And people get fucking exhausted, man. I got another haircut, by the way. I'm trying to get more frequent haircuts. I'm trying to do a haircut like a month or something. And for people wondering, this is exactly why I got my haircut. Was I went to my first boxing lesson, I had the long hair, and by the end of that shit, I was so sweaty, and I was like, fuck this shit. Hell no, I cannot be boxing with this long hair. That shit is, it's tragic. It's actually just not fun. Like, sweat, so I needed to get a haircut, and probably as long as I'm doing boxing, I'm gonna keep the short hair look. Same thing happened with Amon, man. I don't know if you guys saw, you cannot slow down in boxing, bro. I'm getting in great shape. I'm in better shape than I've ever been, Miles. Like, I'm down 10 pounds. I'm down more than 10 pounds. I'm down 11 or 12 pounds. I gotta lose about 10 more, but I'm losing about 2 pounds a week. 1.5 to 2 pounds a week. Although it's kind of slowed down now that I've gotten a little bit leaner. So I might need to get more aggressive with the diet. So check it out, right? They announced this shit. And by that, I guess I mean Ludwig. This shit right here. Wait, I actually haven't seen the trailer in full. I kind of skipped ahead. So let's actually watch the trailer. So what
any move can be the last you make.
Is he playing himself?
In a war of the mind, you must adapt to change.
This looks like a real position.
Opportunity to strike.
This doesn't look nice. That's
when the ashes settle. Only
wow.
one will be crowned the victor.
I got an anecdote about this, by the way. Nice.
Checkmate.
I wonder if that's a real game he played, or that someone played. I gotta show you guys something after this. It's crazy. The people involved in this are, generally speaking, much bigger deals than I am. So this is definitely an honor to be a part of. And it goes to show you there's meaning to everything in life. Because I was grinding chess for literally zero reason. I just wanted to be good at chess. And I got to about 1800 and I tweeted that shit. And I think because I tweeted that, Ludwig hit me up. And he was like, bro, I didn't realize you got that good at chess. I've been looking for an opponent for Sardoge because he won Pong Champs and he's about 1600. Would you be down? I was like, yeah. I don't think he would have asked me if I didn't tweet that shit out. So it worked out perfectly. And this is so sick. Okay, but by the way, wait, so real quick, this is what I was talking about. So Amon, I don't know if you guys noticed, but about a month ago, Amon cut his hair. And I had already been talking to Amon about this event because, as you guys know, I'm boys with Amon. We hung out for like 5 days at Gommel, like when I went to Canada. So we're boys and we talk all the time. And I hit him up. I'm like, bro, I know why you got that haircut because I got the same damn haircut. So I know exactly why you got that haircut, bro. And we were already talking about, like, when this gets publicly announced and formally announced and all this, we're gonna do some collab content and probably he's gonna coach me on stream or do some shit like that. I can't really help him. I don't think there's anything I could do for Amon Hamilton of Chess Bra that's gonna get him better at chess for this event. But we might even do some IRL content. I'm thinking in November, about a month before this thing, I'm thinking of fly to Toronto and basically maybe spending a couple days up there. And maybe filming some IRL content. Maybe we do some boxing, you know, do some collab shit. Also, Stans is in this, and Stans, you know, obviously is also one of the bros. So I think me and Stans are gonna do some shit. I know he's worried about the chess aspect of it because I think he's like roughly 1,000. And I think BoxBox is pretty good. I think BoxBox 1,500. So they have quite the rating differential. And I think Stans is going to need some prep. So I'm going to try to help Stans out. And maybe we get a little thing going. I don't know what the vibe of it's going to be, but I want to... It'd be cool to get like some little alliances going, you know, but basically, yeah, this is gonna be sick. It was cool too. I was asking Amon about, I was like, Trent, like, what's that guy's name? Trent, Lawrence Trent, right? And he's like he's like a British, like, international master, and I think he streams. And this dude's in good shape too. Like, you gotta realize, like, on the boat party at Gommel, Amon was wrestling with Mango. Like, Mango and Amon started wrestling. And I was kind of like, dude, and Mango did something I've never seen him do, which was he was wrestling someone, he actually tapped out. He didn't really tap out, but it was more like they were deadlocked, and Mango was like, you want to call it a truce? And Amon was like, sure. I heard all about that Mango HBox. I've been on the inside of this thing for months. But what did Mango say about the HBox? Did he publicize that? So basically with Mango, so Mango and Amon were wrestling on the boat. And I've never seen Mango back down because, as everyone knows, generally speaking, Mango fights to the death. It's usually if you fight Mango, if you wrestle him, it goes to the ground and it goes to the death. And so I was already kind of thinking like, well, damn, like Amon, if he's going to be a part of this thing, like who the fuck is he going to fight? Because let's be real, Amon's going to beat the shit out of any chess grandmaster. Who are they going to put in the ring with him? You know what I'm saying? Like what grandmaster? Okay, Dubov's got that calisthenics video. I think Magnus is actually in pretty good shape. But I don't think you can make Magnus chess box because I feel like Magnus is too good at chess. But apparently this might actually be a pretty good match because according to Amon, Lawrence Trent actually competes in chess more than he does. And Amon was telling me, because I was like, you're going to watch this guy. You're a GM, he's an IM. And he was like, no, like chess has a lot of a recency bias. Like the more you've been playing and competing at over the board tournaments in recent times, the better you are because there's so much prep that goes in any individual match. And so he was actually saying, like, he thinks this Lawrence Trent guy, you know, has a very reasonable chance against him. I think this guy streams. This guy seems, yeah. He seems like a strong IM. And I also think physically speaking, like, I don't know, if I look him up, I'm trying to see like a full body picture of this guy, like what he actually looked like. This guy looks like he could, yeah, like this guy's got a couple inches on Caruana. Okay, there you go. Yeah, here's him boxing. So there you go. There's Lawrence Trent boxing. So yeah, yeah, this guy looks like he's in pretty good shape. So I don't know. It could be a good match. And it's going to be one fucking blitz game. That's the craziest part. He's known for opening prep. He's a well-known chess comp. Oh, on Chess 24. That's cool. That's cool. I think I've heard this guy. Yeah. We got armory strats. I did look up the cool thing about my opponent being Sardosh, who is a huge streamer and like one of the biggest French streamers. The cool thing about it is I can look up Sardosh height and like it actually comes up. He's famous enough that it comes up. It is on the internet. I don't think my height is published, so I know how tall my opponent is. I know I've got an inch on him. Okay, so secret's out. So I've got a funny story. Here. Okay, here's the funny story. So basically, Ludwig hits me up about 2 months ago. So this is like a month before Evo, and he's like, yo, you know, I saw that you're 1800 in chess. That's crazy. I've been looking for one for Sardosh. Blah blah blah. Are you interested in this thing? No promises. I don't even know if it's gonna happen, but if it happens, are you interested? Right? And I was like, yeah, this is dope. I mean, he's paying me, like, full disclosure, everyone's being paid. Everyone gets money. Everyone gets money, obviously, because you're dedicating a couple months of your life to training and basically changing your whole lifestyle. So of course, oh, he called me, dude. Oh, look at this shit. Sardosh said une legende oh, dude, you guys gotta see this. He said une legende de Smash Bros. Valley. That's sick. That's really cool. Yeah, bro. That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna retweet this. That's so cool that he said that. Well, anyway, so here's the thing. I didn't understand at the time when Ludwig told me about this thing. I didn't understand that weigh-ins are not just a professional boxing thing, right? Like I thought this was some streamer thing that Ludwig was doing. And, you know, he's going to invite a bunch of big streamers who aren't necessarily going to want to change their whole lives around. You know, I didn't know how serious the average big streamer who was participating in this sort of thing would have been. So I thought to myself, well, if I'm doing this, I might as well try to gain weight, because if I'm going to box Sardosh, I might as well literally get bigger, because I don't think Ludwig is going to enforce a weigh-in. Because if he enforces a weigh-in, imagine you show up and someone doesn't make weight, like And if someone doesn't make weight, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna cancel the fight between those two people the day of? That's crazy. I didn't realize you literally have to do this. It's literally a legal thing. It is illegal to have a boxing match between two people who are greater than 10 pounds apart. I didn't know that was it's law. Okay, it's literally law. So I actually gained like 4 pounds since the time that this was proposed to me by Ludwig and the time that this got formalized. I gained like 4 pounds because I was eating like a fucking pig. Because I thought any weight I gain can only help me. And then he basically comes out and he says, okay, this is happening. This is real. We're doing this. He sent me a contract and all that. And then he was like, so how much do you weigh? And what weight do you want to basically be for this thing? Like, what weight do you want to lock in with Sardoche? And for full disclosure, Sardoche is about basically low 160s, like low 160 pounds. And I was like, fuck me, man. So I got to lose a shitload of weight. And at this time, I was like the heaviest I've ever been. I was 183 pounds. And this was about a month and a half ago, month to a month and a half ago, like a little bit before Evo. I was like I was pushing 183 pounds. I was like 182, 183 pounds. So basically we decided we would box at 160. We would set the target to be 160. I'm basically trying to get to somewhere between 160 and 165 pounds. Because if I get within 160, 165, I think Sardoche is going to be roughly 155 to 160. And if we're within 10 pounds, we can fight. But I'm now 171. I'm probably going to cross the 170 mark in probably a couple days because I've been losing roughly 2 pounds a week on average. How tall am I? I shouldn't even say on stream, but because it's information war at this point. But I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". Dude, it's so cool that I gotta say I'm so excited that Coletti's a part of this. Roll, what do you know? You were saying something about Mango, or was it Levi? One of you guys said something about Mango. You're like, did you know the thing about Mango and HBox and shit? And I was like, yeah, I did know that. I just didn't realize that that was public. Cause yeah, Mango's gonna box HBox. Mango said he didn't want to. Mango said he didn't want to. But bro, yeah. Here's the thing, man. Boxing's fucking tiring. Like, it's exhausting. You have to be in really, really at least decent shape. And I think for somebody like Mango, who already streams 8 hours a day, like he streams a lot, and obviously you have to fucking stop drinking and shit like that. Like you can't, I haven't had a drink. I had a drink, that's not true. I had 2 drinks, in fact. I had 2 cocktails last Friday when me and my girlfriend went to a very fancy restaurant in San Francisco to celebrate our 3-year anniversary. And I have not drank outside of that. You can't, like, dude, it's so fucking tiring. Yeah, maybe like once a week. Like I could probably have a glass of whiskey or something. It's probably fine. Dude, boxing's fucking tight though. Like, yeah, talk about your reflexes and shit like that. There's fucking mix-ups. There's literally fucking mix-ups. Like, I didn't realize this shit. Like, now that I'm actually boxing, like, so much of boxing reminds me of fighting games. And I'm not saying this is some corny shit. It actually is kind of like fucking Melee. It's actually less like Melee. It's more like other fighting games. Let me explain what I mean by that. When you spar, or like when you even like shadow box or whatever, like, bro, like fucking, okay, I did shadow boxing. I don't know if it's shadow boxing, but it's basically like me. I've heard shadow boxing used, quick aside here, I've heard shadow boxing used in 2 contexts. I've heard it used in the context of just looking in a mirror and like, you know, fucking doing your combinations and whatnot. And I've also heard it used in the context of like, literally you're sparring with somebody, but you're not hitting hard. You're just like, you know, you're watching them and you're trying to like slip and you're shadowboxing with someone. So I did that with this kid who was probably literally maybe even a teenager. He was shorter than me. And this was in my boxing gym. And what I realized was, you know, he kept getting me low with these combinations where he'd go like, you know, it was like bup, bup, and then he'd get me in the stomach. So it's like bup, bup, and then he'd like body shot me. And he was pretty fast and he's shorter than me. So he'd kind of get between my elbows. And I was like, damn, I'm getting opened up in the stomach a lot. And I realized it's just like fucking high-low. It's like high-low mix-ups in fucking fighting games. You know, like it's literally like, you know, and, you know, I box with my coach, or I'd spar with my coach, and he's obviously an amazing boxer. So we'd be sparring and, you know, he'd fucking like, you know, he'd get me like turtling like this with like a fucking, you know, rear hook or something. And then he'd real quick, like in the recovery frames, you know, he'd circle around me and basically get to where I'm exposed. And I was like, shit, it's like a cross up, you know, like there's literally like so many little parallels, and it actually literally does feel like 50-50s, you know, because there's like literal mix-ups, like jab straight or jab like fucking slip reload, and then you can come with a body shot or something. And it's literally, so much of it is like covering your landings or like covering your recovery frames, you know. It's like, that's why when you watch these fucking videos of like Mike Tyson and shit, you know, he'll be hitting the bag and he'll be like bup, 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 and then he'll like, you know, move his head. And I'm like, I used to watch that. I'm like, why does he keep moving his head like that? Like, but why does he duck like that? And it's literally like Marth lands with forward air. You don't stand there, you dash back. So there's so many fucking parallels. There's so many fucking parallels because like you're getting ready for the counter punch. I'll just be like, I've just been visualizing like opponents doing this punch. This is so it's like slip jab, like or slip reload body shot. You know, like there's so much shit like that. And then the cool thing about it is it's like it literally feels like frame data, you know, in a nerdy way, obviously. But then the cool thing about it is like you can make your frame data faster because if you're playing a fighting game, you're playing a character that has a limited, you know, it's coded into the game. How fast is their shit? But the more you practice, the faster you get. And it really feels like the more athletic I get, the more access I get to new mix-ups. It's crazy. Like I've never really experienced anything like that before. So it's fucking addicting. Like I'm literally, honestly, this is weird to say, I kind of don't give a fuck about the match. And what I mean by that is I'm probably just going to keep boxing after this thing is over. I don't know how many of the other guys doing this plan on sticking with boxing, but I'm literally having so much fun with it. I'm probably gonna just keep going to my boxing gym and I'm gonna keep doing boxing classes even after the event. Like I've just been having so much fucking fun with it, and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. So you know, can't complain. Can't complain. Will you do more fight? I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens. But it's so fucking fun. Like it's such a dope practice and pursuit. It's really fucking cool.